light and joy and peace abides in me. Light and joy and peace abides in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Because God put it there. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Light and joy and peace abide in us. Light and joy and peace abides in us. Our sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today and studying A Course in Miracles. I'm Forgiveness Willing, teaching forgiveness from the Ozarks. And here underneath a Juniperus virginiana tree. Anyway, this is for Lesson 93. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles. Here for Friday, Good Friday, April the 3rd of 2026. Light and joy and peace abide in me. Thank you so much for joining me. You think you are the home of evil, darkness, and sin. You think if anyone could see the truth about you, he would be repelled, recoiling from you as if from a poisonous snake. You think if what is true about you were revealed to you, you would be struck with horror so intense that you would rush to death by your own hand, living on after seeing this being impossible. These are beliefs so firmly fixed that it is difficult to help you see that they are based on nothing. That you have made mistakes is obvious. That you have sought salvation in strange ways, have been deceived, deceiving and afraid of foolish fantasies and savage dreams, and have bowed down to idols made of dust. All this is true by what you now believe. Today we question this, not from the point of view of what you think, but from a very different reference point, from which such idle thoughts are meaningless. These thoughts are not according to God's will. These weird beliefs He does not share with you. He calls them weird beliefs. These weird beliefs God does not share with you, that you are evil, full of sin. This is enough to prove that they are wrong, but you do not perceive that this is so. Why would you not be overjoyed to be assured that all the evil that you think you did was never done? For all your sins are nothing, that you are as pure and holy as you were created, and that light and joy and peace abide in you. Your image of yourself cannot withstand the will of God. You think that this is death, but it is life. You think you are destroyed, but you are saved. The self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all, and anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither bad nor good. It is unreal, and nothing more than that. It does not battle with the Son of God. It does not hurt Him nor attack His peace. It has not changed creation nor reduced eternal sinlessness to sin, and love to hate. What power can this self you made possess when it would contradict the will of God? Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Well, it was a big wake-up for my teacher and for me also when I realized that everything that we thought we had done to harm someone had been done in a dream, and that it was not real. It was a dream that seemed so real that it seemed like we weren't dreaming. But when we wake up from the dream, we realize that it was just a dream, and that our eternal sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Therefore, light and joy and peace abides in us. It is neither. Okay, so the self you made is not. Let's back up, paragraph 5. The self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all, and anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither bad nor good. It is unreal, and nothing more than that. It does not battle with the Son of God. It does not hurt him nor attack his peace. It has not changed creation nor reduced eternal sinlessness to sin and love to hate. What power can this self you made possess when it would contradict the will of God? Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Over and over this must be repeated until it is accepted. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. 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 This, over and over, this must be repeated until it is accepted. It is true. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Nothing can touch it or change what God created as eternal. The self you made, evil and full of sin, is meaningless. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God, and light and joy and peace abide in you. Salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, perfect and as good as God. God's, after he created you, he said, and it is good, along with everything else he created, which is all part of you. God's one holy Son, his offspring, his firstborn, his only born. Salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Creation is eternal and unalterable. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You are and will forever be exactly as you were created. Light and joy and peace abide in you because God put them there. In our longer practice periods today, which would be most profitable if done for the first 5 minutes of every waking hour, begin by stating the truth about your creation. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. So the first 5 minutes of every hour, tell yourself, and spend a little time, if you can, 5 minutes, saying, light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Then put away your foolish self-images and spend the rest of the practice period in trying to experience what God has given you in place of what you have decreed for yourself. You are what God created and what you made. You are what God created or what you made. One self is true and the other is not. Try to experience the unity of your one self. Try to appreciate its holiness and the love from which it was created. Try not to interfere with the self which God created as you by hiding its majesty behind the tiny idols of evil and sinfulness you have made to replace it. Let it come into its own. Here you are. This is you. And light and joy and peace abide in you because this is so. You may not be willing or even able to use the first 5 minutes of each hour for these exercises. Try, however, to do so when you can. At least remember to repeat these thoughts each hour. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Then try to devote at least a minute or so to closing your eyes and realizing that this is a statement of the truth about you. If a situation arises that seems to be disturbing, quickly dispel the illusion of fear by repeating these thoughts again. Should you be tempted to become angry with someone, tell him silently, light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You can do much for the world's salvation today. You can do much today to bring you closer to the part in salvation that God has assigned to you. And you can do much today to bring the conviction of your mind. And you can do much today to bring the conviction to your mind that the idea for the day is true indeed. Light and joy and peace abide in me, because my sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Okay, let's go back and look in our text reading, and we're ready for chapter 11, God or the Ego, Introduction. And as you're turning there, if you're reading through the original edition with me this year, read chapter 10, Roman numeral 6. And out of the New Testament, read Acts chapter 5. Being that it's Good Friday, you might read Matthew 26, Mark 14, Luke 22, or John 13. That's the one of those. Those are the stories of the Good Friday in the Bible, the Passion of Christ. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Okay, Acts chapter 5, Iyengar Yoga, page 112 to 113. Let's stick with that one more day. And A Course of Love, chapter 31, 11. Oh, just read the next couple pages. Starting with paragraph 11. Okay, introduction. Either God or the ego is insane. If you will examine the evidence on both sides fairly, you will realize this must be true. Neither God nor the ego proposes a partial thought system. Each is internally consistent, but they are diametrically opposed in all respects, so that partial allegiance is impossible. Remember, too, that their results are as different as their foundations, and their fundamentally irreconcilable natures cannot be reconciled by vacillations between them. Nothing alive is fatherless, for life is creation. Therefore, your decision is always an answer to the question, who is my father? And you will be faithful to the father you choose. Paragraph 2. Yet what would you say to someone who believed this question really involves conflict? If you made the ego, how can the ego have made you? The authority problem is still the only source of conflict, because the ego was made out of the wish of God's Son to father him. The ego, then, is nothing more than a delusional system in which you made your own father. Make no mistake about this. It sounds insane when it is stated with perfect honesty, but the ego never looks on what it does with perfect honesty. Yet that is its insane premise, which is carefully hidden in the dark cornerstone of its thought system. And neither the ego which you made is your father, and either the ego which you made is your father, or the whole thought system will not stand. It will not stand is the truth. Paragraph 3. You make by projection, but God creates by extension. The cornerstone of God's creation is you, for his thought system is light. Light and joy and peace abide in us, for our sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You make by projecting, but God creates by extension. The cornerstone of God's creation is you, for His thought system is light. Remember the rays that are there unseen? The more you approach the center of His thought system, the clearer the light becomes. The closer you come to the foundation of the ego's thought system, the darker and more obscure becomes the way. Yet even the little spark in your mind is enough to lighten it. Bring this light fearlessly with you and bravely hold it up to the foundation of the ego's thought system. Be willing to judge it with perfect honesty. Open the dark cornerstone of terror on which it rests and bring it out into the light. There you will see that it rested on meaninglessness, and that everything of which you have been afraid was based on nothing. And the last paragraph of this section, and I think we'll read a little bit of the next section. Paragraph 4. My brother, you are part of God and part of me. When you have at last looked at the ego's foundation without shrinking, you will also have looked upon ours. I come to you from our Father to offer you everything again. Do not refuse it in order to keep a dark cornerstone hidden, for its protection will not save you. I give you the lamp, and I will go with you. You will not take this journey alone. I will lead you to your true Father, who hath need of you, as I have. Will you not answer the call of love with joy? Light and joy and peace abide in us. Answer the call of love with joy. And Roman numeral 1, the gifts of fatherhood. Let's read the first 4 paragraphs. You have learned your need of healing. Would you bring anything else to the sonship, recognizing your need of healing for yourself? For in this lies the beginning of the return to knowledge, the foundation on which God will help build again the thought system you share with Him. Not one stone you place upon it, but will be blessed by God, for you will be restoring the holy dwelling place of His Son, where He wills His Son to be and where He is. In whatever part of the mind of God's Son you restore this reality, you restore it to yourself. You dwell in the mind of God with your brother, for God Himself did not will to be alone. Paragraph 2. To be alone is to be separated from infinity. But how can this be if infinity has no end? No one can be beyond the limitless, because what has no limits must be everywhere. There are no beginnings and no endings in God, whose universe is Himself. Can you exclude yourself from the universe or from God, who is the universe? I and my Father are one with you, for you are part of us. Do you really believe that part of God can be missing or lost to Him? Paragraph 3. If you were not part of God, His will would not be unified. Is this conceivable? Can part of His mind contain nothing? If your place in His mind cannot be filled by anything except you, and your filling it was your creation, without you there would be an empty place in God's mind. Extension cannot be blocked, and it has no voids. It continues forever, however much it is denied. Your denial of its reality may arrest it in time, but not in eternity. That is why your creations have not ceased to be extended, and why so much is waiting for your return. Paragraph 4, we'll stop at this paragraph, about halfway through this section. Waiting is possible only in time, but time has no meaning. You who made delay can leave time behind simply by recognizing that neither beginning nor endings were created by the Eternal, who placed no limits on His creation or upon those who create like Him. You do not know this simply because you have tried to limit what He created, and so you believe that all creation is limited. How then could you know your creations, being denied infinity? Okay, we'll stop there and we'll pick up tomorrow. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Okay, I said it was Good Friday. Getting towards the end of Lent, already the end of Lent for some Christians. Good Friday, like I said, you can read about it in, I'll try to remember to put this in the description below. Matthew 26, Mark 14, Luke 22, and John 13. The Great Lent continues in the Eastern Orthodox. Passover for the Jews continues. It's white days for the Islamic people. Theravada, New Year for Theravada Buddhists. I guess it's a couple day celebration. It's actually on the full moon, which I think, is that today or yesterday? I'm sorry, I meant to look that up and I failed to. So stay in tune with the full moon. It's a celebration that you can actually observe with your eyes. You don't have to look at a calendar, really. I mean, as long as it's not cloudy. American Circus Day. I found all these on holidays and observances when I'm getting ready to read next. Armenian Appreciation Day. Armenian, remember our word for our peace in Armenian? Shalama. Shalama be with you. Fan Dance Day. Don't go to work unless it is fun day. Follow your passion. Do what's making you happy. Particularly in your work. I know there's times where people have to work just to make a living and they don't really call it fun, but change that just as soon as absolutely possible. Spend your day doing what you enjoy. Can't give you better advice than follow your bliss. Find a Rainbow Day. Let rainbow be at work. Fish Fingers and Custard Day. Hospital Admitting Clerks Day, International Kids Yoga Day, Chocolate Mousse Day, Film Score Day, Hot Cross Buns Day, Pro-Life, it's not Pro-Life Day, it's Pro-Life T-Shirt Day. Now, I don't know why they emphasize the T-shirt, but anyway, Pro-Life T-Shirt Day, Walk to Work Day, Pony Express Day, Student Government Day, Tweed Day, Weed Out Hate Day. We could also call that Day to Look Within and Practice Forgiveness. Weed out hate. We don't want any of that. That really blinds us to the obvious, that light and joy and peace abide in us. Our sinlessness is guaranteed by God. World Aquatic Animal Day, World Cloud Security Day, and World Marbles Day, and World Party Day. Might party and play marbles. Okay, let's see. What else do we have going on around the world today? Oh, yeah, that's everything. Our word for peace day, we're going to take it from the Mapuche people who speak Mapudungun. They're South American in the Amazon basin. They also out on the Chilean Islands, in the archipelago in the Pacific. And the Mapuche people. Anyway, their word for peace is Uvchin. Uvchin. Peace be with you. Uvchin. And let's see. Out of edible landscaping, we've got a huckleberry that is not a Vaccinium. It is a Graylusacea. That's the genus. Branchisuria. Which is the species, and it's called Buried Treasure, spelled buried, B-E-R-R-I-E-D, Buried Treasure Native Huckleberry, also known as a whortleberry, and it also takes up about a 5 pH, so that's, even though it's even a whole different genus, it still uses likes a real acid pH. Buried Treasure Native Box Huckleberry out of edible landscaping, also known as the whortleberry. is a low shrub with branches that rise to about 12 to 18 inches from underground, creeping stems known as rhizomes. Its glossy, leathery leaves lack the resinous dots of other huckleberries, and it holds its leaves year-round, while the others are deciduous. Its flowers, white or pinkish, are bell-shaped. Fruits are similar to blueberries but have fewer, larger seeds. Boxed huckleberry is on the Pennsylvania threatened plant species list, zones 5 through 7. So it'd be grow apparently real good in my area, and if it's on the plant endangered species list, we probably want to be growing it. I was talking about garden thyme yesterday, the Thymus vulgaris. Well, there's also the creeping thyme, also known as mountain thyme or mother of thyme, which is also the same genus, Thymus, but it's the serpulum species. It's good for, and it does good in the acidic pH, and it's an understory plant. It'll like good full sun too. Antispasmodic, carminative, expectorant, rubefacient, tonic, used a lot for anemia and also for insomnia. Found all that on the herb book. It's number 453 in the herb book, if you want to look at that a little closer. We're just trying to look at things that kind of take the same environment and can be planted together. Maybe in a guild planting where you pick a tree and then or maybe and then put a huckleberry bush beside, maybe an apple tree and a huckleberry bush with some thyme and wintergreen and all those things. Okay, are we ready to close with our song? Yes, and we probably ought to do so. Thank you so much for joining me. It helps me hopefully as much as it helps you. Light and joy and peace abides in me. Light and joy and peace abides in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in me. Light and joy and peace abides in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in you. Because God put it there. And if you're tempted today, tell yourself, tell your brother, light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in us. Our sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abides in you. Because God put it there. Light and joy and peace abides in me. All right. Light and joy and peace abide in us because God put it there. We are as God created us and are forever so. Don't believe to the contrary, or you'll make a world that's contrary to God, and you won't be as happy. You'll still be filled with light and joy and peace. You just won't be aware of it. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Uvchin. Uvchin be with you, of the Mapuche people.